Once upon a time, in a village nestled beside a wide, shimmering lake, lived a family known for their warmth and laughter. At the heart of the household were twin sisters, Violet and Nora. With sun-bright eyes and boundless energy, they were charming, funny, and always the center of attention. But they were also infamous for one thing: they constantly boasted about things they didn't have. "I have a flying horse," Violet would say. "My ring can turn invisible," Nora would add. The villagers knew better. They'd chuckle kindly, knowing the girls were harmless and playful. The girls knew it too, and deep down they were tired of the lies, even if no one took them seriously. They wanted to be remembered for something real, something big, and so their eyes often wandered to the island across the lake. It stood like a shadowy crown far in the distance, wrapped in mist that never lifted. Every child in the village grew up hearing the legend: no one who goes to the island ever returns. Some said it was cursed. Others whispered of ghosts and monsters. But the oldest among them would lower their voice and say, "It's not death that keeps them. It's something far more dangerous." What no one realized was that the island was a gateway to another world, a land overflowing with gold, magic, and enchantments so powerful they clouded the minds of those who entered. People didn't die there, they simply forgot who they were. Violet and Nora, now nearly 15, made a decision. They would uncover the truth, not for attention, not for the thrill, but to find something real, something that mattered. For months, they prepared in secret. In their old treehouse, hidden in the forest, they collected food, baked long-lasting cookies, crafted cloaks from waterproof cloth, and made tools using scraps their father left behind. They read every village tale, drew maps based on shadows and stars, and built a raft sturdy enough to cross the lake. Then, on a quiet, foggy dawn, they left a note behind. "We're going to find the truth. Don't worry, we'll come back." The lake was still. The mist clung to the water like a veil. As they rowed, the air grew colder, and the sky seemed darker than it should have been. A strange humming filled their ears, a low pulsing sound that seemed to come from the island itself. When they reached the shore, the trees were unlike anything they'd seen. They were silver-barked, their leaves whispering in a language the girls couldn't understand. Glowing insects hovered in the air. The very ground shimmered faintly beneath their feet. Deeper into the forest, they came upon a massive stone gate carved with ancient symbols. It opened on its own. "I don't like this," Nora whispered. But Violet stepped forward. "We've come this far." Beyond the gate lay a breathtaking land of wonders, waterfalls of crystal, trees bearing fruit made of rubies, and staircases that rose and twisted into floating islands above the clouds. It was beautiful, enchanting, dangerous. Soon, they began to feel it, the pull. Nora wandered off, drawn toward a golden harp that played her favorite lullaby. Violet found a book that spoke directly to her, showing her visions of a perfect life, crowds cheering, her name in lights, everything she ever wanted. Days passed, or hours. Time moved strangely. The girls started forgetting things, their village, their parents, why they came. But then, a smell. Something warm, familiar. A cookie crumbling in Violet's coat pocket. She bit into it, and in that instant, her memories came rushing back. The treehouse, Nora, the boat, the truth. "Nora!" she shouted, running toward her sister who was now wearing a golden crown, staring blankly into a mirror that showed her ruling a palace. Violet tackled her. "This isn't real. You have to remember." Nora blinked. Tears welled in her eyes. "Violet, I forgot." The island felt it too. The skies darkened, winds howled, the beauty around them twisted into sharp, shifting shadows. The treasure tried to bind them, pulling their feet down, whispering temptations. "Stay. Everything you want is here." But the girls fought back. They broke the illusions by laughing, singing songs from home, and eating the last of their cookies. The wind screamed in anger. Trees tried to stop them. A bridge of vines rose in front of them, but they leapt through it, rolling across the golden ground toward the gate. They made it to their raft, battered and exhausted. As they pushed off, the island let out a final, eerie whisper. "You will return one day." "They always do." But Violet turned back and shouted, "We're not like the others." They arrived at the village just before dawn. Their clothes were torn, their hair wild, their pockets nearly empty, except for one thing, a glowing golden feather, soft as silk, warm as sunlight. No one believed their story. Not really. The villagers chuckled again, thinking it another tale, but the girls didn't care.